Hi boys and girls, it's Miss Rossi. Today we're going to finish our cats from last week. What you'll be needing today is your cat drawing that we created last time and something to color with. I'm going to use crayons today, but you can use markers, colored pencils, or watercolor paint, or whatever else you have at home. Last week we learned about Gareth Lucas, an illustrator and designer who created different images for books and online. We looked at his photos of different kinds of animals and more specifically his pictures of cats. We talked about different ways to draw expressions and emotions using our facial features, and we talked about layering the same repeated shape to create an image. Today we're going to focus on color, and we're going to talk mostly about complementary colors. So when we're coloring our picture in today, we're going to use complementary colors. So those are colors that are opposite each other on the color wheel. So colors like red and green, orange and blue, and yellow and purple. The way that we're going to use our complementary colors is we're going to color in our cat using one color and the background using the complement of that color. Now we have extra little details inside our cats and in our backgrounds that we're going to want to make different variations of a color. So we're going to stick to a monochrome color palette. When you're using monochrome colors, you are using multiple versions of the same color. So in the background, maybe I would use a dark green and a light green. Inside my cat, maybe I would use dark reds, light reds, and pinks. So there I would have my complementary colors by having green in the background and red inside my cat. And I'd be using monochrome color palettes by having different versions of green, different shades, lights and darks of green in the background, and lights and darks of red inside my cat. So you can choose what pair of complementary colors you would like to use for your picture. It might help to look through whatever you're going to use to color with and see what color you have a lot of different versions of. So do you have a lot of lights and darks that are different of reds, blues, yellows, greens, oranges, or purples, and then try and pick a complementary color pair to match. For my picture, I am going to use the complementary color pair of yellow and purple, and I am going to use yellow in the background, and I am going to use purple as my cat. So your colors do not have to look realistically like a cat or like whatever your background drawing looks like. I'm going to start by coloring in my cat first, so I'm going to go in my crayon box, and I am going to pull out multiple different shades of purple. So dark purples, light purples, some purplish blues, all different kinds of purples that I have in my crayon box. Now most of my purple labels look the same, but once I use these to color with, they're going to look different. So I want a nice variety of those same colors. So I have all my different kinds of purples. Now I can start to look at my cat drawing and decide what different colors I would like to use for each section. So I'm going to make my stripes a specific color of purple, and then maybe make that different from the background and from the special facial features like our eyebrows and our nose. So I'm going to start to color in all these different sections of my cat using all different versions of purples. And I'm only going to use purple on my cat, but I can use light purples, dark purples. As I'm coloring with my crayons, I'm going back and forth slowly to fill in the space. I do not want to scribble on my picture. I want to make my picture look as neat and tidy as possible. So I'm going to make sure I am coloring neatly, staying inside the lines. We spent a lot of time drawing our picture last week, so we want to make sure that we take our time to color it in so that we don't make any mistakes and that our project can be the best possible. Now that I finished coloring my cat in with all different versions of purple, I have dark purples, I have light purples, and I have medium toned purples, all in there filling in all the different little details of my cat, I can move on to the background. Now, like I said before, the background is going to be the complementary color of whatever color you used for your cat. Since I used purple for my cat, my background is going to be yellow. If you used blue for your cat, your background would be orange. If you used green for your cat, your background would be red. Whatever color is opposite the color you used for your cat on the color wheel will be the color of your background. And just like we did in the cat, you're going to pull out all different versions of that color. So I'm going to take out all different yellows that I have in my crayon box. And I'm going to use these different versions of yellow to color in my background. And that is my complementary colored cat inspired by Gareth Lucas, all finished. So I colored in my cat with my purple, and I colored in the background with its complement of yellow. And just like our artist, I used a monochrome color scheme where I only used different versions of purple inside my cat, and I used different versions of yellow in the background. Once you're finished with your project, you can upload a photo of it on our assignment page. Take your time as you're coloring and try and color neatly inside the lines. I can't wait to see what you guys make. Try your best, have fun, and get creative. I'll see you soon. Bye!